but it didn't.
Tumatalong ba singgirin na tamo yate benete kotsuyam kakwa masosuyam titika iki.
When cuenta lang basingire na tamo yate penetokotwem askwali masosiyam titikaiki.
Nagkwentong ba singit na tama yata every Good Morning Bobcat.
All right, we are in our Thursday, so let's go ahead and get started. We are live here from Second Mesa Day School and our SMDS Bobcat News 1. We have Miss Kate share this morning on our morning announcements, and she shared that she can cooperate by taking turns on the swings. So that's how she can work together with her friends to all share the swings and cooperate. That's what she shared this morning. What do we have today?
Today is National Scribble Day.
National Scribble Day. All right. Do you guys scribble?
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean,
Yeah.
I just scribbled on my leaf slip trying to find coverage for my duties, so that counts.
Yeah, this says that scribbling can actually be great for your brain because when you doodle or scribble, it helps improve focus, memory, and creativity. Interesting. So, I mean, if you look at all my papers and my high school notes and college notes, it's all filled with drawings and scribbles and different things. So, sometimes when I'm teaching in the class with our lessons, sometimes I'll pull away their drawings if I feel it's being distracting to them and they're not paying attention. But for most of them, I'm okay with, they're drawing and then they're focusing and then they respond to, questions. But if I feel like it's disruptive to them or their peers because they're not, they're just doing it and they're trying to show their friends or stuff, then I'll take it away. But if they're, just scribbling and listening and drawing, then I'm okay with it. But because I know that that's just what I do as well. So scribble away today.
It's also International Day of Happiness.
Cool. We made Miss Bean pretty happy yesterday, right?
Oh my gosh.
Her stomach was probably sore. Poor thing.
Oh gosh. That was fun. Fun and painful.
But it was the day yesterday, right? What was it?
Yeah.
What was
Day
it?
after.
Yeah.
Make someone laugh or something like that.
Laugh at Miss Bean. Make fun of her.
Yeah, International Day of Happiness. So yes, find something that makes you happy. Find people that bring you joy, and yeah, mahala yani. Some happiness. Bobcat joke of the day. Senpaitam amay no ayani. Miss Kate from second grade this morning said, "What type of tree fits in your hand?" What type of tree fits in your hand?
Bonsai. I don't know.
That's a good guess. I was thinking too. But she said a palm tree.
Aww.
A palm tree. So that was Miss Kate's joke this morning. The Bobcat weather itam hinta lang na ya. Ike hinsoniwa.
Ike hinsoniwa Ike hapitabiuta.
Owe tabita. Itam hakam kalawasa.
Itam po the hohos moya Uncle Lawasa pahangwa Mark.
Wait, did you say tohos?
No, I know I was at the
wrong one.
Wrong one.
All right. Itam put nales titika was got FF pahangwa Thursday. Today is March 20th, 2025. Ta itam umahita aaw na yun.
Oh, itam umahita na yan. Toko toy mo titikay sikis pam itam happy Thursday anya. So we are in a 2-bus run AM and PM. This afternoon's 2 bus run will only affect Songulpavi and Masangnavi students. So students from Songulpavi and Masangnavi will be departing here from the school at 2:30 and arriving a little bit earlier. So please keep a lookout for them. Friday is 3 bus run AM and PM, and we did have our PAC meeting last evening, our update, so that was kind of different to see. I hope you enjoyed that and it was helpful. Morning drop-off reminder, arrival time for students is at 7:50 a.m. Students are asked not to be dropped off prior to 7:50. Thank you for your cooperation. Upcoming field trips. Today we begin our field trips with the first grade who are traveling to Flagstaff Lowell Observatory, and followed by second grade on March 27th, March 28th kindergarten, and April 3rd student council. And I do believe that's it by Pasa Asquali. A quick reminder for those students who are out for the day, please make sure you communicate with Ms. Lomakima in the front office regarding their attendance, and let's be open-minded and make sure we're making people aware of where our students are. So, Asquali.
All right, we got our 2025 College and Career Fair that we are going to start making news about. And it is April 24th on a Thursday here in the gym patio area. And it's going to be I don't know how many it's kind of our annual event. And you are all invited to come share a booth if you're an organization or just have something to share about a college or career experience to inspire our children. So again, our children have to have a reason to go to school, and there's no better way than to get them interested at a young age. So again, if you have any questions, you can just pull out your phone, scan that QR code, take you to the registration form. We are offering the booths for information, and also food and different kind of vendors are also welcome to come that day. Our student council has a $50 fee for those selling any food or merchandise or drinks. So that's just to help them in their little efforts for our student council. Anything else?
No, we're looking forward to a big event, so we hope to see everyone here participating in our career fair.
Yeah.
Spread the word.
All right, Miss Melody shared, it was new and interesting, quite informational. So she enjoyed the little StreamYard last night from the parent pack.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and sending a safe trip to all our first graders on their trip today.
And it is a beautiful day, so perfect day for a field trip. Good morning, Melody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Scholastic Book Fair is in current operation. Tonight is family night from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So Miss Thomas already shared this. Come on down and buy some books and check out the Scholastic Book Fair with your child. And this is just information on the e-wallet. Miss Yazi told me that there were 8 students who had e-wallets. So those parents took the time to set up accounts and utilize their e-wallet. So that was cool.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
And we are nearing the end of our SMYL calendar. Just take a look at the dates and make sure that you are aligned with, some of the school activities that are upcoming. Bobcat birthday sa kimoititi po apite.
We have 2 Bobcat birthdays today. Happy birthday to Kylie and happy birthday to Katana in 5th grade. Hope you guys have a great day. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So if you didn't know that, these are our twins. Yep, those are our twins, Kylie and Katana. So happy birthday.
Aw, happy birthday, girls. Happy birthday to Kylie and Katana. Wishing you a very happy birthday. Aw.
Wait, cool.
Are
All
they
right, got some.
I'm sorry, are they our only set of twins this year?
We have two. That with them. No, that
Oh,
with
yeah,
them.
that was in my interview.
Yeah,
Okay. Before we had like 3 or 4 sets.
yeah, that was Bryson Marquise, and then that was I don't know the other set of twins you're referring to.
The Lomayas two was twins. I can't remember their names. 6th graders. They were 6th graders last year.
There are twins
Yeah.
last year. Lamais Dua?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but they're not identical. Okay, that's
Yeah, but they're still
Oh,
twins.
Janaya and Kiana.
Yes,
yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Okay.
So we had, I think, four sets, but we're left with 2. Awesome. How cool. We're so special.
All right. Let's check out our show and tell for today. All right, some show and tell for we got. Let's check it out.
Kinshara, bang 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 bang, bang 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 bang. Kinshara, bang 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 bang, bang 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 bang. Kinshara, bang 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 bang, bang 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 bang. Kinshara, bang 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 bang, bang 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 bang. Kinshara.
I have no idea what that was, but they were really excited to perform for me. So I said, okay, show me.
So cute.
So I'm guessing it's a song, some song that they learned and they're really excited for it. I don't even know if it's in English.
Maybe it's in India. They're supposed to have their Holi or holy color celebration.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, on Friday. So maybe it's they were exposed to that language. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like kicha la bing 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 kicha. Well, yeah. But they're really excited for it, so I said, okay.
Okay, we gotta teach them in Hopi now.
Here's another one.
You're pretty quick.
So, in 5th grade, they were doing an SEL activity on cooperation where they have to try and resolve a conflict. So they're playing out a skit. Darian and Corey are playing Connect 4, but then one of them is cheating, and then so DJ has to help them resolve the conflict. And
Darian's cheating. He said that even though the game's called Connect 4, he said that we have to put 5 instead of 4.
So that was a little bit. I think he said, "All right, well, if you guys can't play, I'm putting it away." That was how he resolved the conflict. So I asked him. I said, do you think is that effective way to resolve the conflict? Just take it away." And so Corey, how do you feel? Do you still feel upset? Darian, do you feel upset? And so they rate it like a 5 and say, okay, what would be another way? So then they have to brainstorm about like what's a better way to resolve the conflict. And then they said, so next time before they play, they should both agree on what the rules are, so that none of them can cheat while they play before the game or while they play the game. So that was a way that they came up with resolving the conflict. But these are things that happen all in the playground. And so I said, wow, we should have our staff try resolving some of these conflicts, because they come to us, but how well do we help them resolve their conflicts? Do we do it well, or do we just say, all right, if you guys can't play together, then put it away? Do we just do that, or do you say, you guys better stop name calling each other, or I'm going to tell your teacher and call your parent? Or, do we actually have the skills to help them resolve the conflict? So it made me think yesterday. I was like, oh, we got to do this for the staff. Yeah, because that's what these guys came back to all the time. How they resolved the conflict was that what they've heard or seen other people do is okay, I'm gonna call your parent, or I'm gonna call the principal, or put it away if you can't play with it together, or just different things like that. They did like bullying, name calling, excluding people from things, just all these different scenarios that they did in their class.
That's interesting because it's true though. Our kids, they mimic and we're modeling what, how we're going to resolve different things, or, modeling everything every day as parents, adults. And that's not only here at school, but it's out in the community, in their homes.
Mhm.
So, even up to the katinam, they're constantly mimicking what they see.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, I think that's a great idea as far as
Mhm.
part of our little activity, maybe our icebreaker or some kind of activity during our professional development.
Even with parents
Even with
who face it every single day, resolving
exactly.
conflict.
hmm Because
Sometimes
like,
you're just so tired to resolve the conflict. You're like, just leave me alone. I don't want to deal with
mhm,
it. Just stop crying. Just leave me alone. Like, as parents, we'll do that sometimes, and we're just so burned out with it. But sometimes we don't have the skills. We don't
mhm,
know how to resolve a conflict because it's been taught to us. And then we just know how to say, okay, stop talking to each other, and leave it. So I was asking the kids, how many of you guys come from households where your conflicts are resolved, and how many of you guys feel like your conflicts are not resolved? So the kids are, raising their hands as they were hearing that.
and even that's kind of like that question alone, we're not really fully understanding because we don't know which way is correct.
Mm.
We're always constantly we're being modeled, but we're modeling what we know. It's because we don't have that skill. So therefore, as a child, as even as old as we are, we think that's the correct way. So therefore, that part of it is also kind of tricky too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but filling our tool belt with all kind of different strategies would help too.
Mhm.
As far as being positive and more open-minded. But again, it takes time. Like you say, it's always a muscle that we have to build.
Yeah, so that it's just interesting. Like, what's a conflict? When you got a problem between two people, all right, there's a disagreement, and then they go into it, and some of them require different things. Some of these conflicts require different things. As I was going through it, and I'm like thinking for myself, do I know how would I handle this? And luckily for me, as a school counselor, I'm doing a lot of these things, so it's become a muscle for me that I'm really good at helping students resolve conflicts between one another. But again, it again, it's a skill. It's just something that you just don't have, so if you don't know it, you don't know it, and you'll go back to what you know how to do,
Mm-hmm.
like you said.
Yeah.
So interesting one.
Yeah, but everyone keep doing the best that we can. We're doing what we are taught.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the activity as staff members. So I don't know how we're gonna be able to agree to disagree because you and I were constantly going at one another. So we have to resolve that conflict somewhere, right, Miss B?
Yeah.
Uy. Uy, yep. Yes,
Yeah.
Miss Melody.
Yes,
Cool, cool, cool.
Melody, good job. That's
All
fun.
right, I think that wraps us up for our Thursday broadcast. You all have a beautiful Thursday, and we will see you all tomorrow. Asinito piyo mumi yojikani mahala kya kya timala ini.
Oh, we remember it's a 2-bus run this afternoon. It only affects some Wopabi Musang Navy students. So asanitan pabo umumi yorik yani amahala kya kyang tamala ini. Have a good day.
The Bobcats have a good day.